on this fantastic show.
Yes, Bill, it is going to be fantastic. But you know what else is fantastic? The snowstorm last week and Nick Lumley.
Nick Lumley is probably the most fantastic thing we've had in recent years on this program. I don't know about you, Judy, but I'm glad to be back here on RMU Tonight. We have a great show for you guys, filled with penguins, Oscars, Todd the Amazing, some spelling bees, and the Nintendo Wii. So it's going to be delicious. Let's get it started, huh?
That's right, Bill. It's going to be delicious. So we had snow last week and Oscars this week. That's right, the 79th Annual Academy Awards are on this Sunday at 8 p.m. on ABC. And what would be RMU Tonight without Nick Lumley, Mr. Oscar himself? Thanks for being on the show, Nick.
Hey, no problem, guys. I really appreciate it. I've actually been doing a lot of research after the Oscars finished last year. The next day I started doing my research.
Actually, I do remember you calling me up the Monday after and asking me all kinds of questions. I said, Nick, it's not for another year now, but hey, you got to get started early.
You have to get started
There's
early,
no
guys.
off-season.
There's no off-season
Especially with films.
Especially with films. So let's kick it off with the supporting actor category.
Taking a look at the supporting actors, we have a great lineup here. Some people say some of these people shouldn't be nominated. Nick, do you have anything to say about that?
Well, they're all very, very good actors. Jaimin Hansu's been nominated before. Mark Wahlberg would definitely do. I would have liked to see Nicholson here.
I agree.
But then again, he's been nominated the most of all time for an actor.
Sure.
And it was nice to see someone like Jackie O'Haley on there, as well as Alan Arkin, who hadn't been nominated since the 1960s.
Yeah, we have a lot of guys that have sort of come out of retirement. Not retirement, but just they've come back to the format and to the mainstream after being away for a while. Jackie O'Haley of 70s fame with the Bad News Bears. And then Alan Arkin, like you said, from the 60s is the last time he was nominated. And it's good to see.
And he still had a stellar performance in Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, one of the biggest breakout performances, even though he's not a new star. Just an amazing performance. I really liked him in Little Miss Sunshine. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah,
I thought he was great.
Yeah, I thought he was fantastic. He was probably my best actor in that film. I think he really held the whole thing together.
I would think so. And here we take a little look at him in one of the better scenes, sitting at the diner with the Little Miss Sunshine. Abigail Breslin herself. We'll talk about her a little bit later. But as for the rest of the supporting actor category, Djimon Hounsou, I really like him a lot. He got his start playing for Steven Spielberg in Amistad. Was amazing in that movie. Doesn't speak English as a first language, but still shines when he's on the camera.
He was great in America. Really an unheralded film a few years ago. He got nominated for that. I'm really glad he did.
Well, I'm going to say, if you're going to have a good start, it's going to be with Steven Spielberg.
Indeed.
Definitely.
So
prediction for this category?
Well, as we're going to look here, I'm going to go with Alan Arkin's my man here.
And Alan Arkin is also my man. I really enjoyed Little Miss Sunshine and him in it, indeed.
I like Eddie Murphy myself. He was excellent in Dreamgirls, and I think he's just going to take it.
Supposedly he's got it in the bag, but Alan Arkin is making a push right now.
Right. All right, well, let's move on to leading actor in this category. So we have, like in the previous category, we have some great actors in this. If we take a look, Leonardo DiCaprio in Blood Diamond, Ryan Gosling is the leader, so to say, with some of the critics with Half Nelson. Nick, any predictions with this?
Well, right now, Forrest Whitaker is really has really it's his to lose. Basically, he won all the awards for it. He's a great actor. Really, his first Oscar nomination. But you also have Peter O'Toole, who has been nominated several times from the 60s, 70s, and whatnot. And he has been nominated very recently. He got the honorary Oscar, and right now he's making a push.
Well, I think if anyone's going to take it from Forrest Whitaker, it's going to be Ryan Gosling.
Well, he's a great actor. He was great in The Believer, which not many people had seen. It was his first film. He was 21 years old. And basically, this is a Sundance film made for very, very little money. Only made 2.7 at the box office, but I'm glad he got the opportunity to show what a great actor he is, and he got nominated.
Well, yeah, the thing about Ryan Gosling, a lot of people recognize him from The Notebook, was his big mainstream film. And other than that, he's done a lot of art house stuff, a lot of indie cult movies that not a lot of people have seen, but he's been amazing in those movies.
So that's going to bring him out front.
It's going to bring him out front with this Oscar nomination, but I don't think he's going to. I just think not a lot of people have seen it, and he's not going to be able to win in this category.
What about Peter O'Toole? Because a lot of people are saying, if not the two of them, Peter O'Toole.
Well, Peter O'Toole is an interesting case where it's one of those people that he's in his 70s now. He hasn't done a lot of films recently. Some of the films have been supporting roles, and actually he's an aging actor playing an aging actor. And they say it's a great, very dark film. And some of the critics either really liked it or really hated it. So I think that's maybe going to hurt him here. But Forrest Whitaker has really come on strong. And also I've heard some buzz recently about DiCaprio even coming on.
Well, I don't think that was his strongest film though this year.
I would have said Departed, but many people had it some supporting roles, some best actor. So that's why I think why he didn't get nominated there.
For the predictions, I'll start it off. I think Forrest Whitaker has just won too many awards leading up to this date, and he's just going to take it home with this one.
It's an easy win for him. So of course Forrest Whitaker.
And I'm going to make it a trifecta. I'll go Forrest Whitaker as well.
Beautiful. All right, now we are going to take a look at the ladies. Nick, what do you think about the nominees for supporting actress?
Well, I think you've got some great nominees here. You have Adriana Barraza and Rinko Kikuchi, both from Bobble, great performances. Jennifer Hudson, Dreamgirls, Abigail Breslin, great young actress, Little Miss Sunshine, and Cate Blanchett from Notes of a Scandal, who had won a few years ago for The Aviator.
Well, let me just start off by saying, finally, someone might take the carpet underneath Dakota Fanning, the signature cookie cutter little girl in the Hollywood flicks.
Yeah, not only that, but Abigail Breslin was basically carried this movie. She was the main point of the storyline. Little Miss Sunshine was all about her winning this beauty pageant, and she really shined in this movie. Also, it helped that she had a great cast in it as well.
Right.
But Abigail Breslin was one that I really liked. I think she has more acting chops that are a little bit above Dakota Fanning's. That Dakota Fanning is still in that cutesy little girl phase. And Abigail Breslin, while she was the cute little girl, she still showed a lot of emotion, a lot of different things. I really liked her in that movie. And
well, let's talk about Jennifer Hudson, because a lot of people are saying, hey, she's a singer, not an actress. She doesn't deserve to be nominated.
This part alone, iffy in this film, is a great part in general, and someone with some great singing talent that she really found out on American Idol. And basically, she's taken every award, and I mean every award, from the Golden Globes, the SAG Awards, to even some of the smaller film critics like the National Board Review, also like Boston Film Critics, many of those different awards. So it's going to be very tough for anybody to come through. Both actresses from Bobble are absolutely great, but what I've been reading is that they're probably going to cancel each other out here.
Yeah, there you see a scene from Bobble. There's Rinko Kikuchi, I believe is the pronunciation.
Yes, she actually learned sign language for this film. And
right, so in this film she does absolutely no talking.
A little bit, trying to talk to some of people that may not know sign language.
Which is a lot for someone to get nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
This is her first American film that she's ever done. I mean, it's obviously in many different languages, but I would say excellent.
Well, I think, like you said, though, her biggest problem, her biggest opponent in this movie is going to be her co-star in the film, America Barraza, because she's just been in. They're going to cancel each other out. I think my pick is going to be Abigail Breslin. What do you guys think about that?
Let's pull up the graphic and see. I also, of course, she won my heart in Little Miss Sunshine, Abigail Breslin.
But I'm going to go Rinko Kikuchi. She really put everything out on the line for that performance, and I think she really deserves to win.
So let's take a look at what about leading actresses. To me, it's a toss-up category, like I've said before. Penelope Cruz, not exactly the one. Helen Mirren, everyone says she's going to get it. Everyone says, point blank, her. So Judi Dench, I liked her in Notes on a Scandal. I thought she was excellent in that. Meryl Streep, on the other hand, it's hard to win for a comedy, and Kate Winslet in Little Children.
She was absolutely great in that. A beautiful actress that really, in this film, they de-glamorized her, and I thought she was quite good. But as I'm looking at this category here, watching, I went to go see The Queen, and really, Helen Mirren, I think, great performance. She's really got it in the bag, and she really embodied the Queen there in the performance, especially with many people I didn't really know about the story, about kind of the conflict between Tony Blair when Princess Diana died, and obviously in the royal family. And I thought she was just excellent in that.
I think Helen Mirren basically just became this role. You looked at the screen, and it was almost as if
she looked just like her.
Yeah, it was almost as if sometimes they had cameras there in Buckingham Palace and in other places following the Queen of England around.
Like a documentary.
It really felt like a documentary that was entertaining to watch. Helen Mirren just embodied this role, soul, mind, and spirit, and just took it over. And I think, hands down, there's no way that she will not lose this category.
Well, see, everyone's been saying that, and the Academy Awards always like to mix it up a bit. That's why I'm like,
No, I remember.
I'm not sure, because there's such a big buzz about her that maybe it's not going to be here. I like Dame Judi Dench. You can't go wrong. She's solid in every film that she's done.
I would agree. I don't think this year it's going to be like a Kate Hudson situation where Kate Hudson was supposed to win Best Supporting Actress, Marissa Gay Harden won for Pollock. I don't think that's going to be the case here. Maybe one of the supporting actress categories, but it's going to be interesting to see for sure.
Definitely, but
let's take a look at our predictions
Helen
again.
Mirren, hands down, she's got it in the bag.
And like I said, I like the toss-up, Judi Dench.
And Helen Mirren's got a great body of work, and I think she's finally going to take home her first Oscar.
All right, well, taking a look behind the camera now, directing is another toss-up category for some people, but not for me. It's got to be Martin Scorsese all the way. What do you guys think about it?
Martin Scorsese was good. A lot of people are saying it's the warm-up to Martin Scorsese. Like, he was put in the microwave and was told to direct this. What are you saying? He's a washed-up. He shouldn't get this. He hasn't gotten it ever again. He hasn't gotten it yet, and he's going to get it for The Departed. I don't know. Clint Eastwood, 2 solid films this year. What about United 93? I don't even know how it got in this category.
Well, Peter Greengrass did a great job with that film.
United 93, I know how it got into this category. That's probably a very well-directed film. I think that film was more about editing.
I would agree.
Directing than anything else.
But Greengrass actually, it was great. He did it very minimally. He didn't pick any big stars. I think he did a great job. Now, obviously, it's more so just a nomination. He's not going to win because no director has actually won Best Director without his film being nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah, and you say sometimes the law of averages will catch up with you a little bit, but Paul Greengrass, he's just happy to be here. Another film that pretty much was like a documentary when you were watching it, but it was just so fast-paced and so intense that I think it'll win for editing.
I agree.
And editing sound and things of that nature, but not necessarily for direction. But I think Martin Scorsese, this is finally his year. I mean, come on, people.
Everyone's been saying that.
I really hope so. He deserves it, for sure.
That's been the key phrase for him.
But yeah, that is the key phrase.
But this year, he did a better film. I believe, hands down with the critics, he did a better film than Eastwood. I think he's got that going for him. Ratu is a great director who did Babel. But I think many of the voters are going to see that his structures may be too similar for them from 21 Grams and his first film, Almost Paros. So I think it's going to be between Eastwood and Scorsese. But I really think Scorsese has it this year. And it's well-deserved. He's had some great body of work.
And I think
Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, so on and so forth.
Yes, Martin Scorsese just has it hands down. Clint Eastwood, even though he directed 2 movies, you're going to give him the award
he's solid. No, I'm saying he's a solid director.
He's a great director.
He's a great director, but just this year, I don't think he had it.
Well,
if Scorsese's ever going to win, it's going to be this year.
Most definitely.
Okay, well, we talked about actors, actresses, and directors, and intentionally saved the biggest, most talked about category last. We'll battle it out over the over the Best Picture next.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6. Sorry. Wah, wah.
Welcome back, and now the category we've all been waiting for debate, Best Picture. Nick, I'll leave this one up to you.
Well, you know, you've got some great films this year. Last year, I thought there were a couple films that really lacked quality, but this year you have Babel, A Little Miss Sunshine, The Departed, The Queen, and Letters from Iwo Jima from Clint Eastwood. There's some great nominees here. I think some of the films are my top film 1 and 2. Babel and Departed. I think those are some great films. Very different. One's more so entertainment. The other one's got a lot of symbolism, very heartfelt, and a great character study. And here's a great scene from The Departed here.
We have the trailer, actually, for The Departed. I think one of the most, not only entertaining movies of the year, but one of the most thought-provoking and really gets inside you, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Probably the best movie of the year.
Are you going to say the Crash of this year?
Crash really came out of nowhere, and I'm still a little upset about that myself. I thought, I thought Brokeback Mountain and Capote were much better, much stronger films.
Capote was Yeah,
that was my movie
behind
last year.
that.
And this year, it's a little different. Got some great performances this year, and I think it may take a few home. But we're going to talk about our Best Picture picks here, and I'm going to go with my pick. And I love Scorsese. I love Departed. That's my number 2 film of the year. I'm going to go Babel. I think Babel is a great film, and it's really great with the critics. Some people still are kind of wavering on Scorsese, which is unfortunate. I hope The Departed wins, but my pick is.
I'm still wavering on him because I picked Little Miss Sunshine. I thought it was a quality film. It's quiet and it's ready to make a big roar at the Academy Awards.
I've heard that. I mean, a lot of the nominees I've really kind of picked films that have not really pushing the envelope with violence or sexuality, and it may do so.
That's true. I'm definitely going to go with The Departed, though. Definitely
That's a safe pick, Bill.
It's not the safe pick. It's the right pick because it's Martin Scorsese's probably up his top 3 movies that he's made of all time, in my opinion. And I just think The Departed is going to win. It's the horse to get behind. But before we leave, let's mention one thing about a lot of the Best Picture nominees this year. Big ensemble cast as opposed to just a couple 2 stars leading a movie. What do you think about that?
I think it's great. It shows really an international flavor. You have a film that's in Japanese. You also have another film that's Japanese. You have some other languages in it, and I think it's great just for cinema in general.
I do too. And
well, that's the way Crash went, and Brokeback Mountain had the two leads. So
and I think it's really
maybe
changing of the
what's
guard.
So perhaps that could be a telltale sign about what's going to come up in the next couple years here. So, Nick, it's been a pleasure.
Well, it's been a real pleasure, guys. I really enjoy coming on, and maybe next year I'll come out of retirement. I'll dust off the shoulders, and I'll be ready to go next year.
Whoa, don't get ahead of yourself now, big guy. All right.
All right, well, thanks again, Nick. We really did appreciate you being on the show.
Well, thank you very much.
But wait, look. It's a bird.
No.
It's a plane.
No.
I think.
Yes.
It's Todd the Amazing.
Yes, it is.
Todd, known for his milk-chugging, ball-dodging, camera-operating feats, is back again tonight to attempt his biggest challenge yet. Todd will chug 2 liters of Mountain Dew in only 1 minute.
But not only will Todd be chugging the Mountain Dew, he will have a competitor.
I know. The Mountain Dew is obviously not his only mountain to conquer.
Definitely not his only mountain.
Alongside Todd's CSC's favorite anchor, Christian Randon, who is racing Todd to finish. Boys, are you ready?
Let's get it on.
I am ready.
I'm ready too. You ready, big guy?
I've got the big guy in my corner over here, Nick, in the camera shot a little bit. There we go.
Todd's got this.
I'm kind of excited.
Let's go, Christian.
Come on,
Win one
Todd.
for the big guys.
Todd's the
I guess someone
Someone
give us a countdown.
Do a countdown, please, from upstairs. Anyone?
Countdown to begin.
You got it.
That was a countdown?
Okay, let's go.
You got
Okay,
it.
I'll count
10,
Okay.
9,
Here it goes.
8,
You better do
7,
this, 'cause I'm
6,
expecting
5,
Let's
go, C.
4,
Big C.
3, 2, 1.
And they're off. Big C off to a big start, it looks like.
No,
But
but look at Todd. He's not
Todd
even-
is squeezing the ball. Perhaps that's the way to go.
no,
Oh,
no,
Todd has to take a
Todd,
big.
Todd.
Christian keeps going. Look
Keep
at where you go
He's
now.
not gonna go. Look, you know
Christian
what it
has
is?
his arm. Oh, right, he has to take a breather.
Todd.
They're both hurting. They are both hurting.
That's a good job.
Oh, man. It's going to be all right. Keep going, guys.
Okay,
You can
look,
do it.
Todd
Come on,
picked it
come on,
up.
you're a big
Oh,
guy
Todd
here.
has it now. Todd's hurt.
Okay, there you go.
Just
I
don't
think
do
Christian
that,
has more
Todd.
room in the belly. I think that's why he's going to win this one. I don't know.
We're
Oh,
starting to foam up a little bit, so.
hey.
You know what's making him look
And,
so big?
oh, yeah!
Yeah!
the big guy.
Here, come here, big guy. Let's go.
I'm not gonna be here very long.
Oh my gosh.
Nice job.
So what is that? Big C finished before the minute. Is that what the bell
Big
was?
C not only finished before the minute, but he finished ahead of Todd.
And Todd didn't even finish. Todd the Amazing didn't even finish. So I just went.
Look at his award. That's the
I
award.
trained so hard for this.
Did you
think I might die
do
now.
anything written?
I didn't have anything planned. I'm not Turpac. I can't. Just
Okay, so we just got word from upstairs that Big C, you did it
I
in
appreciate everything.
43 seconds.
How long was it?
43 seconds, my friend.
17
Yeah,
seconds
slightly off
shy
my
of a
20-second
minute.
prediction, but I did what I could.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I think that was very, very impressive. I'm blown away by that.
Well, I
honestly,
just
am.
feel bad that Todd the Amazing.
Todd the Amazing got beat by a very big
Dude, was a
man,
bad
though.
choice.
But so, Todd, we're going to have Todd have to come back and try to do another amazing, maybe slightly less amazing feat.
If we could
Maybe
just
again.
go to the green
Can we
screen
go
one
back
more
to the
time.
green screen?
These guys
This
are
is
hurting.
not happy. This is
little
not a
bit.
happy scene.
We can't
No,
go
we
back
can't go
because
back
it's so
we can't
bad.
even put this on TV. But we'll be
The
right back
caffeine's
with
already
more
starting to run its
great
course.
RMU Tonight. Stick around.
Welcome back. I know you guys are anxious to see what happened after that wonderful Mountain Dew drinking episode, but before we get to that, we have a very special surprise for you, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right, Bill, because we have 3 special guests on our show tonight. First of all, I'd like to say how honored I am to be sitting across the room beside the 2003 National Spelling Bee champion, Ronnie Schmidt, who will be attempting to uphold his honor against 2 equally talented 12-year-olds. Guys, we are excited for you to be on the show tonight.
But instead of talking about your past spelling bee experience, we decided appropriate to hold our first annual RMU Spelling Bee.
All right, so here's the deal. You each are going to spell just one word, so don't mess up. Pressure's on. Bill, what's the first word?
The first word, we're going to take the gentleman on the right, and his first word is going to be whiskey.
Please approach the microphone.
Please approach the microphone. The gentleman on the...
Which right? You're right? All right.
There he is. Go ahead, Roy.
Wisky.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that is incorrect. If we could only have a bell for that, but
I'm
thanks.
sorry, Roy. You know, if you don't drink it, you probably don't know how to spell it. I drink it and still don't know how to spell it.
All right. So what's the next word for our second contestant, Bill?
Our second contestant, if you'd like to step to the microphone, your word is going to be bourbon.
Bourbon.
BURBON.
I think you got that right.
Is that right?
I believe that's right. We're going to give him the right answer on that.
That's
No.
not.
No.
We just got word from
No.
upstairs that was not spelled correctly. Can we have a confirmation on that?
And
It was
it was wrong. Okay. Well, I'm glad we can spell. The guy's hosting the spelling bee. Anyway.
We'll work on that for next year.
And
This
now
is
we're
only
gonna
our
go,
first annual
This
one.
is only our first annual.
Okay. Now we'll go to the spelling bee champion, Ronnie Schmidt. Ronnie, the
Ronnie.
word.
Ronnie, your word is going to be apple.
Apple. A P P L E.
Can we have a confirmation? No, I'm kidding. That was right.
That was correct, but you didn't say apple after you spelled it,
Yeah, so we never
you
knew
lose.
when you were-
Disqualification.
We
Thanks
never
for
knew
playing,
when
though.
you were finished, so we're going to have to say that you never finished, and the words just keep going.
He's a little upset about that, but
Yeah.
understandably so.
Well, I mean, it's a tough
But hey,
loss.
rules are rules, you know?
And words
gonna
are
do?
words.
Words are words, rules are
Rules are
rules,
rules.
and that's why you spell them.
Yes.
But gentlemen, thank you very much for being on the program. We do enjoy it. We thank you guys. And I hope you come back next year for the second annual RMU Spelling Bee. A round of applause from our studio audience.
I think that was the best thing that's ever happened on RMU, the round of applause.
Probably the round of applause. We should keep it going right now. Round of applause again.
Well,
That's great.
all right, since Bill's not going to move on and read his part, I guess I'll read it for him.
You want to read it
Okay,
for me?
I'll read it for
All right,
you.
read it
Okay,
for me.
Okay. Maybe if you want to move your mouth during it at all. I don't care.
Oh, all right.
All right, so Nintendo Wii came out just before Christmas, and if you didn't find it under your tree from Santa, here's what you're missing. Let's take a look.
The Nintendo Wii, which launched last November, has revolutionized home console gaming. We'll first take a look at the Wii's latest platform title, Wii Play. Before using the Wii Remote for any game, it is highly recommended that you use the wrist drops to prevent any damage. Wii Play contains 9 games, each of which shows off a different use of the Wii Remote. Shooting Range brings back the simplistic joy of the Nintendo classic Duck Hunt, with an updated feel. Pointing your Wii Remote at the screen, players can shoot balloons, targets, cans, UFOs, and of course, ducks. Billiards shows off the Wii's ability to sense the remote being pulled forwards and backwards like a pool cue. This game plays like a points version of 9-ball. Wii Play's most addicting game is Cow Racing, where players tilt their remote forwards, backwards, left and right to control their cow in an attempt to knock over as many scarecrows as possible. This game shows off the remote's sensor ability, the trademark of the Wii. In addition, Wii Play features table tennis, laser hockey, which is a modern version of the arcade classic Pong, tanks, which incorporates the use of the remote's peripheral controller, the nunchuck, by controlling opposing tanks in a game of hit or be hit. Find Me tests a player's ability to recognize groups or patterns, while Fishing allows the Wii Remote to transform into a fishing rod using the rumble feature within each remote. Finally, the weakest game in the Wii Play library is Pose Me. In this game, players use their Miis to fit inside bubbles to prevent them from reaching the floor. Pose Me shows off the remote's tilt and turn function as well as screen point ability. The Wii also features weather and news channels, allowing users to be connected to the world around them, all from the same machine. At only $250, the Wii has positioned itself as the game leader over its pricing competitor, the PlayStation 3. For RMU Tonight, I'm Dan Yost.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us, and everyone who has been on TV and behind the camera wants to thank you. And we're going to send you out with another Oscar-worthy clip tonight. This one's going to be The Pursuit of Happiness, starring Will Smith.
It's more like the pursuit of regurgitation.
Hey, not
Thanks,
on my
guys.
shoe. Not on my
We'll see you
shoe.
next week.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Stockbroker. Oh. Hey, I'm gonna let you hang on to my car for the weekend, but I need it back for Monday. Feed the meter.
I need the rent. I can't wait anymore. I need you out of here in the morning.
You gotta trust me, all right?
I trust you.
Because I'm getting